All we have to worry about. No siree. We have another hurricane on our hands, Hurricane Danielle, as of 11 p.m., strengthening up to 90 miles an hour top winds, centered 370 miles northeast of San Juan and moving west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. Here's a look at it. You can see it's not as large by any long shot. You can see a circulation here, but it is heading off on close to the same track as Bonnie took early in its life. But we still have a long way to go here, but we'll be watching this very carefully. Let's bring it on home now, where we do have a storm system in the center of the nation that's bringing quite a bit of rain into eastern Iowa, down into now northwestern Missouri, eastern Kansas, and into Oklahoma and Texas. Could see 2 inches or more of rain out of this before the night is over, and some strong thunderstorms also. So if you get into one of those and you're driving around, please pull off. Take it easy out there. By Friday morning, we're watching Bonnie climb slowly northward. We'll tell you more about the forecast coming up in Weather Center.
Witness the power of the tarot.
With over 22 years of tarot experience, I have witnessed amazing changes. As an expert in this ancient oracle that dates back thousands of years, I will tell you everything you should know. Call now and you will be dealt your very own special tarot cards. Be prepared for an extremely accurate and revealing reading. Tarot cards should not be underestimated. These powerful cards may make all the difference in your life. They have ancient spiritual powers to change lives, reveal fortunes, even generate wealth. As an expert in this ancient oracle, I may reveal money matters, romantic encounters, how to avoid costly mistakes, your future happiness, and how to achieve your dreams. I want the cards to work for you and answer your questions, but you must...
Thanks very much for joining us here at the Weather Channel. We are still dealing with Hurricane Bonnie, a minimal hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Top winds at about 75 miles an hour, and fortunately, most of those stronger winds offshore. However, we are still dealing with a serious situation here, especially into southeastern Virginia. Notice the feeder band spinning right on in, almost pointed dead on toward Norfolk. We've been talking with various people up in Norfolk during the past several hours, and it is not a good situation up there. Lots of tree limbs down, some flooding going on, many people without power, 200,000 customers at least, and it is going to be quite a while before the power crews can get in there because we have to wait for this storm to clear out and for the winds to go down before it is safe for the power crews to begin work. However, Bonnie is slowly moving off to the northeast, and notice that we're starting to see the central part of the showers and thunderstorms here die off in the center of the storm. So hopefully that's a sign that things are winding down a little bit. We'll have to see the next advisory out from the Hurricane Center at 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight, and we'll see how Hurricane Bonnie is faring at that point. Here's a picture of it on the satellite now. So we'll move over to the other side of the map here, and you can see that most of the heavier convection is on the northern side of the storm here. And you can see, okay, they've moved the picture a little bit here, but you can follow along with me. But still, you can see that much of the convection is on the northern side of the storm. And as Bonnie slowly moves its way northeastward, we're going to see some of this rainfall coming ashore onto the Jersey Shore, the Delmarva Peninsula, and then eventually into southern New England. So please, if you live in the eastern seaboard, especially heading into the mid-Atlantic up in toward New England, you definitely want to stay tuned to the Weather Channel as we continue to update you on the progress of Hurricane Bonnie. Here's the latest stats as of the last advisory from the Hurricane Center at 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Top winds, as I mentioned, 75 miles an hour. Northeast at 6 miles an hour is where it's moving, and it's centered just southeast of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Central pressure still coming up just slightly, 986 millibars as far as what it was at 2 a.m. Tropical storm warnings. Want to make sure you understand that they're tropical storm, not hurricane warnings. Tropical storm warnings mean that you could experience tropical storm force winds 39 to 73 miles an hour within the next 24 hours. Those are posted from Cape Lookout all the way up to Watch Hill, Rhode Island, and I would not be surprised at all if the watches now in effect from Watch Hill over around to Plymouth get posted up to warnings sometime during the day on Friday if Bonnie continues on its present course. Now, let's spread it out a little bit here. We do have other things that we should talk about, primarily some heavier rain going on here in the midsection of the nation during the course of the overnight and into the day, first part of the day on your Friday. Here's what the radar looks like into the Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma frame, and you can see some heavier rain going on here in eastern Iowa, and then reaching down, looks like Columbia. You're going to be hearing some rumbles of thunder from this line over the next hour or two, and some heavier rain coming down through Wichita and reaching down in toward the Amarillo area. Okay, let's deal with Chicago here. Will you see some rain? Quite possibly as we get into the morning hours. It's not too far off to the west. Here it comes, heading on toward the Rockford area, Madison, and could be into the Chicago metro area by the time you have to be out and about on the roadways. Now, let us talk about the forecast. Friday's low temperatures dropping into the 70s all the way up in towards southern New England. This much tropical moisture, you can't get the temperature down too far in the overnight because there's just too much moisture around. That keeps the temperature from falling off. Of course, we are all saying, where will Bonnie go? Well, current track from the National Hurricane Center brings it very slowly northward during the course of the day on Friday. We would love to see this storm system move quicker off to the east to sort of force Bonnie out to sea, but it doesn't appear that that will be happening, at least not during the day on Friday. You see, it is this system not making much progress east of the Mississippi, and so by the early evening hours, we could see the center of Bonnie here just south of Nantucket or southwest of Nantucket, so a dangerous situation. It looks like Bonnie will be trying to turn to go out to sea, but again, that's not set in stone, and we urge anybody from southern New England all the way south into the Delmarva Peninsula and eastern North Carolina to pay close attention as we go through the next 12 to 24 hours. Amount of precipitation, we could see 4 inches of rain or more here where Bonnie is just offshore, bringing those feeder bands onshore, and some heavier rains into the center of the nation with that cold front pushing in. High temperatures on your Friday getting up into the triple digits around Dallas, reaching over in toward Monroe, Louisiana, and Jackson, Mississippi. Also southern Georgia, Columbus, reaching out to Columbia, South Carolina. Very hot also in the western United States. Let's look a little further out now with your extended outlook. I thought we could take the whole...
Now those fantastic restaurant onion creations can be made right in your own home. Introducing the Great American Steakhouse Onion Machine. It's easy, it's fun, and it's oh so onion delicious. Don't confuse the Steakhouse Onion Machine with those hard-to-use plastic gadgets that only do small onions. You start with a nice large onion, trim and clean, then remove the center. Place the onion under the stainless steel blades of your Steakhouse Onion Machine and push down. You'll have a perfect onion creation. Just dip it and cook it in oil or bake it in the oven. In no time, your onion is golden brown delicious, just like they serve it in the restaurant. It's a special treat for the kids and great for your own parties. Call now and get this deep frying basket and colorful recipe book. It's only $19.99. So order your Great American Steakhouse Onion Machine now.
To order the Onion Machine for only $19.99 plus shipping, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-482-5577. Sorry, no CODs.
There's something about the weather that affects everybody. Every day is new. We tell you about the weather right now. How will it affect where you're headed? What about your plans? People count on us to get them through the day. I love that. That's why we're there.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.